My Weird School. Fast Facts. Dinosaurs, Dodos, and Woolly Mammoths. Written by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pellot. Chapter 2. The Great Mystery. Why did the dinosaurs die off? It may be the biggest mystery in the history of the world. Suddenly, 65 million years ago, all the non-avian dinosaurs not related to birds, dinosaurs died. Scientists call this mass extinction, the KT extinction. Boom! It was over. Done. That's all, folks. The end. The dinosaurs have left the building. There are 10 theories on why the dinosaurs died. 1. They bit one another's heads off. 2. They couldn't get enough food because there weren't any supermarkets. 3. They didn't wash their hands after going to the bathroom. 4. They died of boredom because video games hadn't been invented yet. 5. The earth got much colder and the dinosaurs went outside without putting on a coat, hat, and mittens. 6. The butler did it. 7. They went swimming without waiting a half an hour after eating. 8. They had to wait 100 million years to go to the bathroom. And there were no bathrooms. 9. A Giganotosaurus farted and the smell killed everybody. 10. Hey, nobody lives forever. I think those are your theories, Arlo. The truth is that nobody knows for sure why the dinosaurs died off. Scientists have been arguing about it ever since the first dinosaur bones were discovered. Some think the dinosaurs died from starvation because the larger dinosaurs needed a lot of food and ate all the vegetation. Others believe a disease spread through the dinosaur population. Others think that ash and gas shooting out of volcanoes poisoned the dinosaurs. Those scientists should make up their minds. Actually, many of them have made up their minds. In recent years, experts have come to believe it was a huge asteroid that killed off the dinosaurs. Asteroids are cool. Boom, crash, dead dinos. What happened was that in 1991, a big crater was found in Mexico. It was called the Chicxulub crater because it's near the town of Chicxulub. The crater is 12 miles deep and more than 110 miles wide. An asteroid smashed into the ground there about 65 million years ago. That was just before the dinosaurs died out, and the impact of the asteroid released 1 billion times more energy than the most powerful nuclear bomb. Boom! So the heat could have ignited wildfires all over the world. Yes, there would have been smoke and soot everywhere, from the fires and from the impact. The sky went dark. There were probably tsunamis drowning everything. I bet there were shock waves and earthquakes. And the darkness could have lasted for months or even years. With the sun blocked out, it would have been a lot colder. Plants would die. There was nothing to eat, and the next thing anybody knew, the dinosaurs were all dead. If you ask me, that asteroid theory makes a lot of sense. But we can't be positive about it because paleontologists haven't found any dinosaur fossils that are conclusively from the time when the asteroid hit. So why did the dinosaurs die off? The answer is that nobody knows for sure. I still think they died from boredom because they were sitting around waiting for video games to be invented. That's a really weird theory, Arlo. Speaking of weird theories, here are some other theories that real experts have come up with to explain what happened to the dinosaurs. In the early 1900s, many paleontologists believed the dinosaurs died because they grew too big and weird to function. I think that's also true with Andrea's brain. Very funny, Arlo. In 1925, George Wieland, a paleontologist at Yale University, claimed that dinosaurs ate themselves to death. He said they ate too many dinosaur eggs. Actually, my mom has the same theory about why my dad is overweight. In the 1960s, a scientist named Stanley Flanders claimed the dinosaurs were killed off by moths and caterpillars. No kidding. He said the moths and caterpillars ate all the plants on Earth. In the 1970s, physicist Wallace Tucker and paleontologist Dale Russell said a supernova exploded close to the Earth and bombarded the upper atmosphere with X-rays. That made the temperature drop and the dinosaurs couldn't handle the cold. In 2004, a doctor named Sherman Silber claimed the dinosaurs died when volcanoes and asteroid impact caused climate change, and the skewed temperatures caused too many dinosaur eggs to be male. The males grew up and couldn't find females to mate with, so they died, sad and lonely. I like this one best. In 2012, a British scientist named David Wilkinson and his collaborators came up with the theory that the dinosaurs farted too much. That's right, farts give off methane gas, and that caused global warming. Did you hear that, Andrea? The dinosaurs died out because they farted to death. I think that guy was the greatest scientist in the history of the world. Dinosaur farts, can you believe it? Okay, I get it, Arlo. The dinosaurs farted to death. Are you happy now? Can we move on to the next chapter? Not yet. How do they know how old a dinosaur is? We often hear that one dinosaur lived 70 million years ago or another dinosaur lived 100 million years ago. But how can scientists possibly know how old a dinosaur bone is? It's not like we can look at the dinosaur's birthday cards to find out how old the dinosaur was. So how do scientists do it? It's almost like detective work. The way it works is they don't figure out the age of the dinosaur bones themselves. They look at the layer of rocks that was around the bones. Huh? Let me explain. Do you like cake, Arlo? Sure, everybody likes cake. What does that have to do with the age of a dinosaur? When somebody makes a layer cake, first they put down the bottom layer. Then they put another layer of cake on top of the bottom layer. Then they put another layer on top of that layer, and so on. You know the bottom layer was there first, and the top layer was there last. So the bottom layer is older than the top layer. When they dig up a dinosaur bone or a fossil, they can tell how old it is depending on the layers of rock that are above and below it. That's called relative dating. Dinosaurs went on dates with their relatives. Very funny. Okay, I get it, but that doesn't explain how they know how old the rock is. You're right. To measure that, scientists use something called radiometric dating. Scientists take radios with them when they go out on dates? No, dumbhead. It's really complicated. But basically, everything in the world is made up of chemical elements, and radioactive elements break down into stable elements at rates scientists can predict. It can take millions of years. By measuring how much of the stable elements are in a rock, it's possible to tell how many millions of years ago the rock had radioactive elements, which tells us how old the rock is. And then they can tell how old the dinosaur bone is.